If you're wondering what might be changing for you this month, stay with me and see what my cards have to say. This message might be for you. Hello, Aries, and welcome to your monthly tarot reading for April 2026 with me, says Mina. This reading is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. As always, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's get started. So, we're going to start with your current energy. This is the energy that you're going into April with. Okay, so I'm hearing the song Just Got Paid by, who's that by? It's Sigala, isn't it? With Ella Air and Megan Trainor, right? Yeah, so have you just been paid some money, Aries? Yeah, just got a pretty big sum of money, right? Okay, so what's going on at the moment, Aries? The sun. Wow, okay, yeah, so this is the best card in the deck. This is the happiest card. I mean, we all feel this way when we get a lot of money, right? So I don't think this is just any money or like lucky money. I think you worked for this money. This money feels like a reward to me. It feels like a reward for an achievement or like, yeah, like hard work. Yeah, that's what this is. So I feel like you guys are on cloud nine at the moment because you've just got your reward for working hard. You've just got rewarded for your effort or I'm hearing attention to detail. I'm also getting some serious mental strain recently. So, like mental overwhelm. So, yeah, definitely some hard work. But it was worth it, right? Because you've done it. You've achieved your goal. You've passed the test. You kept going, even when you wanted to give up. Yeah, you're in a really good mood as well now, I think. So you're feeling confident, you're happy and you're feeling less stressed and less anxious now because it's easier to be happy, right? When we've got more money, we worry less and we stress less because money can solve a lot of problems for us. And I definitely feel like the reward for this work is money, or if it's not money, it's something else that's valuable to you. But the strongest message here is money. I'm not going to lie. Let's say about last month now. So the Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is what I mean. There was so much going on last month, right? Like it was non-stop work, non-stop thinking and non-stop mental strain. I'm seeing a lot of typing and a lot of screen time, but not, this isn't like doom scrolling or like relaxation. It's like work. It's like non-stop work, like looking at a screen for like hours. But it was for big reward, and that's what kept you going last month. Was the thought of this reward, right? That's what kept you thinking about, you know, and that's what kept you going. That's what motivated you to answer all of those emails or, work out all of those numbers or do all of that work. And I do feel like this was a lot at once. Like, I feel like I'm having to think more than my brain can handle. I feel mentally like I'm at my limit. But yeah, you definitely had to grind last month. Like you were trying to hit a target. No wonder the sun feels so good to you now because, no wonder that reward feels so good because you worked so hard for it. And there's a very strong message coming through that you kept going even when the reward seemed really far away or like it was never going to happen or like you were never going to get the reward. Like you kept going anyway. So well done, you. Well done indeed. Let's see about this month now. So you've got judgment. Oh, okay. Huh. So you've done the work, you've got the reward, but this reward comes with strings, right? But there's something that you get after it. It like opened a door for you. It comes with responsibility. So this could be a promotion that's very specific, but it's like you've shown what you can do, like you've shown your potential now and you can't go back. Like you want to go back into your safe bubble, I think, even though you worked really hard for this reward and even though you're enjoying that, you're enjoying the reward, there's like panic and this overwhelmed energy coming through. It's like you're intimidated by the responsibility that comes with this reward, that comes with this achievement. And I feel like that's because you've shown your potential or you've shown your skill, and now you're like the center of attention, and people expect this level from you now. You know, they expect this level or this skill or this potential from you all the time now, or at least you're thinking this way or you're feeling this way. And I think because you were so overwhelmed last month, like there was so much going on, you're almost doubting yourself now. Like, can I actually do this? I don't know if you're diving headfirst into whatever door this has opened up for you, whatever this next step is. I'm hearing something about a waiting period. So this could be something that is set in motion in a few months or maybe a month. Because I feel like you've got the space and the time to panic and to overthink right now. I feel like this is something that's going to be set. It's not going to be set in motion immediately. You know, if it was, I don't think you would actually have the time to overthink because you would have to buckle down and work immediately, right? Let's see about your thoughts and feelings now, see what's going on there. The Hermit. Yeah, you're thrilled with this reward, this recognition, like you're happy about that, but you're overthinking now. And I think this is because this is only because you've got the time and the space to do it. You were juggling like a million things all at once last month, but now you've got the time to doubt yourself. And I think it helps that you're mentally exhausted from all the work that you've done recently. Like I feel like your brain has been trained to be on the go all the time. And because you don't have any work to do right now, because you've reached your goal and you have the reward now, because you're in like this limbo state where you've completed the goal, but you aren't at the next step yet. It's like your brain doesn't like the quiet and like it needs something to do, it needs something to occupy itself with. And so it's overthinking about whether you deserve this reward or whether you can handle the responsibility that comes with that reward. There's definitely something here about keeping up what you were doing last month, like keeping yourself at that level and not dropping the ball, and that causing you like some anxiety and some stress. Like you're wondering if you could do that inevitably. And I think that these are the thoughts that are on your mind before you go to sleep in April, or like when you have quiet moments throughout the month. And yeah, this This isn't because you can't do it, Aries. This is because you've been on the go and your brain has been on the go. And now, when it's quiet, your brain, it's like your brain needs something to worry about or it needs something to focus on because you've trained it to have so much mental energy. Yeah, I feel like you're struggling to just enjoy the reward and celebrate yourself. And you really do deserve to because this was hard. It was hard work. And yeah, I feel like because you're already on to the next thing, you're already thinking about the next step and the responsibility that's coming after this, that you aren't enjoying your reward, you aren't enjoying that money, you aren't enjoying being the star, you know? Interesting. Okay. Let's look at your love life now. Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you've been working hard, but I feel like to other people, you've been showing off a bit lately, right? You've been working your butt off, right? And Aries, someone's noticed and they've been waiting for the right moment. They've been waiting to, I don't know, approach you. I do feel like they've been giving you space recently because you seem or you have seemed kind of stretched and kind of busy and kind of stressed, like you were very busy and you didn't sort of have a moment to think or you didn't have time to chat. And this person feels emotionally intelligent to me. So, they looked at you last month and thought, okay, yeah, Aries are busy right now. I'll wait until they're ready. I'll wait until they've done what they need to do. So that's a green flag, right? I feel like this goal was really important to you. Like all of your focus was going into that. And this Page of Cups picked up on that. Like they picked up on that energy. And they gave you space. But now you've done it. You've got the reward, and you're in that limbo state now. Okay, where you aren't at the next step yet. You're like celebrating and enjoying this reward, um, which I'm pretty sure is money. And so now that you're free, now that you've got some time, they're making their move. It's not going to be obvious. I feel like it's going to be kind of subtle. I feel like they're testing the waters. Maybe they aren't sure if you have time for romance right now. If you have time for love right now. So they're going to be testing the waters with some flirting. They're going to be sweet talking you in April. I'm getting specifically a lot of compliments. I just heard daily, so um, that's really cute. But it's subtle. It's low pressure, and I think that's because your person has seen how stressed you've been lately, but also I think that's because your person is kind of shy and kind of like asking you out, flat out asking you out. That's too intense for them right now. They want to test the waters, they want to see your reaction to this flirting, the compliments, and the attention. Like they want to see how that goes before they do anything more obvious. So keep your eyes peeled in April, Aries. Let's go to no contact now. What's happening in no contact? Four of Cups. All right. So, Aries, whoever you're in no contact with is like you're ignoring each other, right? And like you both know that. It's like a silent understanding between you. It's not like the energy that's coming through, it's not like no contact, no contact. Not yet anyway. I think it's getting there, but it's not quite there yet. It's like I'm ignoring you and you know it, sort of thing. It's kind of strange. like somewhere between a fight and no contact. Maybe not for you. Maybe this is from your person's point of view. Maybe it's over for you. Maybe you've closed that door. But your person thinks this is like a really long fight or something. Like, I don't think they're taking you seriously. But I think you've got more important things to worry about right now. Like, there's a lot going on in your life. And this person isn't that important to you at the moment. Um, and there's this energy coming through that you view this person as kind of immature. Um, because I'm getting this energy from you that you're like, I'm busy, you do you and I'll do me. But your person, that they seem to be in this energy where they think that this is just a really long fight. This isn't actually no contact. You haven't actually cut me off. You're just mad, and you're just taking a little longer to come around than usual. Um, so yeah, I don't think your no contact person has actually realized, or maybe they just don't want to accept that this is no contact yet. So yeah, not much. There isn't much more to say there. Let's go to home and family now. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you're freaking out about the responsibility that comes with achieving something. And Aries, I think you're trying to hide this from your family. Like, you're trying to be excited and enthusiastic in front of your family, but really, I think you're thinking, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. And that's the reason you're hiding this from them, is because your family are like, oh my God, we're so proud of you. You're going to be great at this. You did so good last month. It looks so easy. You made it look easy, I think, Aries, when it really wasn't. But yeah, your family could have very high expectations, and maybe you don't want to let them down. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's like you're hiding your real emotions from your family in April. It's like you're wearing a mask almost. If it's not that, you're you're actually wanting to hide your achievements or the reward or the money from your family. Why is that? Why is that coming through? It's like, I don't want my family to know about this because they're going to ruin it, or they're going to want some of it, like some of the money, or yeah. So you'll have to see which one of those scenarios is your story. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing you wearing a mask in front of your family in April. Interesting. Okay. Let's get into your career now. What have we got for career? The world. There it is. This is you completing a cycle, you achieving this goal we've been talking about, and I'm hearing widening your horizons with that achievement. You've shown your skill, your potential, and you've been rewarded, Aries. You've been paid, but also you've been recognized. Like, you're the center of attention at your work right now. And this potential, this skill that you showed them last month, you're right. They do expect that level from you now, or that level will be expected in the future, regularly or even constantly in your new position or your new job. Like I said, this could be a promotion, or it could just be that you've shown skill in a certain area, and they'll be wanting to sort of use you in that area, and you've sort of you're going to be getting some more work and some more money coming your way because of that. So you're definitely upgrading in your job or in your career. I think you're getting in your head, and I think that's because you've got too much time to think about it. Now that you've got some time and some mental space to overthink, it might be intense what's coming your way, but you can do it, Aries. And I know this because you proved that last month, didn't you? I think it's just that it's new and it's scary and you've got time to panic, right? But you can do it. You can, you're capable. Let's go to your finances now. What have we got? King of Cups. Yeah, I think it was definitely money because you're relaxed and you're calm. You don't have any worries financially right now. You've got enough money. But even though you've got enough, I don't think you're being reckless with it. Like, you aren't being reckless with this extra money you've got. You're being very, what's the word? I want to say mature. You aren't taking this and spending it all at once. Um, you might be sitting on this money actually, and I think it's like you get enjoyment, or it makes you feel calm and secure knowing that this money is there, this extra money is there if you need it. Yeah, that's what this is. I feel like it's reward enough for you that you earned it, that you earned this money. And so you don't need to spend it in like 5 minutes on things you don't need, right? You don't need to do that. You might even enjoy looking at it in your account. I feel like that makes you feel good. I feel like that makes you feel better than spending it would. I mean, spending money is nice, but I feel like for you, seeing it in your account and having that security, that makes you feel really good, knowing that you earned it, that it's you that put it there, and that it's there if you need it, and it's there if you need it because you put that work in and you put that effort in. So, yeah, proud of you, Aries. Well done. Let's see about your social life now. What's going on here? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so we're feeling independent at the moment, right? You're okay with being on your own right now. Could be some trust issues here because um, you're being very selective in April, Aries. You're choosing who gets access to you in April. And I think this is because you're doing really well. You've got some extra money coming in. And maybe you've had people take advantage of you in the past, or you're scared that they will do that. That message is very specific, especially surrounding money. I feel like you've been taken advantage of before surrounding money. So you're keeping this achievement, you're keeping this to yourself at the moment. If it's not that, don't I don't think you're wanting to share your recent success with your friends yet, or even at all, because you don't want to. Yeah, there's some trust issues here, and I'm definitely seeing some bad treatment in the past. But you're going to be very selective who you share your achievements or your recent increase in your finances with in April, Aries. So um I think you'll be wanting to keep the achievement, the extra money, to yourself. I think you might be keeping that one to yourself in April. Yeah. Let's get you some advice now. You have the Hanged Man. Okay, so last month was intense. Okay, a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, right? Um, and now you're in like a limbo state where you aren't at the next stage or the next step, but you've finished what you were doing or you've accomplished your current goal. So you're it's like an in between state right now, and I feel like you're struggling with that, Aries. You're struggling with that quiet. You're struggling to let your brain rest after such an intense time, after using so much brain power, after going through a time of mental strain. But Aries, you're being encouraged to relax and enjoy this in between time, because I think after this, you're going to be very busy. And if you enjoy this time, if you use this time to relax, you're going to appreciate that. You're going to appreciate that in the long run. Yeah, you need to use this time to rest. You need to use this time to celebrate your success and relax, because you've earned it. Don't use this time to doubt yourself or to talk yourself down, or, yeah, don't worry yourself about that next step. Just enjoy achieving that goal, and yeah, give yourself that pat on the back, and yeah, worry about the next step once you actually get there. Okay? Don't worry yourself sick in the meantime, because you don't need to. You don't need to worry. You are capable and you can do it, but you do need to rest. Okay? You do need to recharge after such an intense month, after all that work and all that effort. You need to relax. Let's get your last card now. A little sneak peek into next month. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. That time will come, Aries, okay? That next step, it's coming. It's literally just around the corner. And you're going to need your brain, okay? You're going to need your mental power for this next step. So don't waste mental energy on doubting yourself, or whether or not you can do this, whether or not you're ready for this. You can, Aries. You're capable. Don't exhaust yourself with thoughts like, oh, this is too much responsibility. I shouldn't have done so much. I shouldn't have shown that much potential. I won't be able to keep this up in the long run. Aries, you can and you will, but you need to recharge yourselves, okay? You need to allow yourself some time to rest, and you need to allow yourself to celebrate your success. Maybe it's not where you want to be ultimately, but those small victories, they do matter. And, we need to give ourselves a pat on the back for even the small victories. Because in May, Aries, you're going to need to be strategic. Okay, you're going to need that brain power to take on that next step. And you want to be ready for that. All right. I think that's all that's coming through here. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this gave you something to think about, Aries, and I hope it helped you in some way. But for now, I'll see you in my next reading. Take care.